Right then guys, so game week 3 in the Premier League has been and gone. We're going to have a quick chat about the results and what I thought of the games. We kicked off on the Saturday with Arsenal versus Brighton. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a routine win this for Arsenal. I couldn't see anything going wrong for them really. But as we all know, and as you'll have seen, there was a contentious red card in there. Declan Rice, he was already on a booking, slightly nudges the ball away and gets a second yellow for it. Joao Pedro as well did pretty much the exact same, well, even worse thing, cleared it into orbit with a little late kick in the game, but completely got away with that. So yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate one for Arsenal. You know, they did take the lead through Havertz, but then Joao Pedro, of all people, was the one to get the equaliser. And I think even early on, this is a bit of blow for Arsenal. You know, and they're going to be in a tight race with City and Liverpool, you'd imagine. And yeah, it's not the best to get an early draw in there, but yeah, I think they'll bounce back from it. I think I can see them doing well. They've got Spurs away next. That'll be tough, of course, without Declan Rice. But yeah, I think Arsenal will be okay. It's just one of them unfortunate days, really, where something's gone against them. Brentford then took on Southampton with a 3-1 win for Brentford. Southampton, you can't keep playing like that. Burnley did it last year, you know, tapping it round the back when you, not being awful, but you just not got the players to do it. You know, Aaron Ramsdale's gone there. He ended up going long with his kicks. You know, they just can't play out from the back. Not with the players they've got at this standard. You can't do it. So I think they're going to have to rethink Southampton, or they could be shipping quite a few more goals, to be honest. Brian Mbeumo stepping up for Brentford, really good to see. You know, you'd have thought they'd struggle without Tony, but good win for Brentford that, as they'll look to keep battling for survival with the rest of them. Everton then, they took on Bournemouth at Goodison Park and they raced into a 2-goal lead. Calvert-Lewin with a goal and an assist. But then, from the 86th minute onwards, unbelievably, they managed to throw the game away. You know, but Bournemouth, to credit to them, they didn't give up. You know, in the 86th minute, 2-0 down, you'd forgive them for sort of, you know, we'll just crack on now and leave it until the international break's over. But they didn't. Bournemouth battled the way back in, got 2 goals, 2 of them coming in stoppage time. And yeah, they managed to get 3 points out of what looked like a horrid day for them. But, you know, I'm sure they were buzzing. Everton go into that international break with 3 defeats and 3 games. Will Sean Dyche be under a bit of pressure? Maybe you'd like to think so. Yeah, but it's not gone well, has it? The last season at Goodison started awfully this year. Next up then, Ipswich took on Fulham at Portman Road, and Ipswich got off to a flyer, you know. Road Delap's son, Liam Delap, absolute screamer from the edge of the box. Keeper just got hands to it, but he hit it with some venom and there was no saving it, I don't think. Adama Traore did peg one back for Fulham. I think it's a bit unfortunate for Ipswich. You need to start picking up some wins, really. You know, if you're going to start battling towards that, you know, I think they're going to need about 34, 35 points if they want to stay up. So they do need to pick up some wins. Unfortunately, couldn't hang on there in the end. They did have chances as well in this game to win it. But yeah, it's unfortunate they can't quite get that win yet. But it's certainly improvements in there, and I'm hoping they stay up, but we'll see. Leicester then took on Aston Villa, another team battling with that 3 that come up to survive. Unfortunately, they didn't get the win against Aston Villa this time round. On Amadou Onana again, getting on the score sheet for Villa. He's had a really good start to his career at Aston Villa. John Duran as well also got on the score sheet. Ollie Watkins not firing all cylinders really since the Euros, but John Duran, he's stepping up when he comes off that bench and he's doing brilliantly. Leicester, they did pull one back for Buonanotte, but unfortunately couldn't quite get back into the game. And a good win on the road for Villa, who, you know, they had that unfortunate win against Arsenal last week, but they battled back well again, and I can see them doing quite well again this year. Nottingham Forest took on Wolves, and Forest went into the lead. Chris Wood with a lovely header. That's what he does. He's brilliant in the air, one of the best, to be fair. And yeah, but Wolves, they fought back in there, and Bellegarde scored a really good goal. You know, got them back into it, and neither side could really get a breakthrough in this one, so it ended up in a 1-1 draw. Probably a good point for both, really, in the battle to stay up. I think that's going to be about where they both are this year, so yeah, decent point overall for both sides, really. West Ham then took on Manchester City at London Stadium, and it was a 3-1 win for City. I will say there was spells in this game. West Ham looked dangerous. You know, they caught City on the counter quite a few times. The first 10-15 minutes, they really did look threatening, West Ham. You know, but that big man Erling Haaland, he's just unreal, isn't he? He's absolutely unstoppable at the moment. And of back-to-back hat-tricks, I can't pick which one of the 3 goals was my favourite. They were all brilliant. Another imperious display from City, and they look unstoppable at the moment. It's really, as a City fan, it's brilliant to see. But yeah, West Ham, credit to them, they stuck in there, they gave it a go, but City were just too good on the day. Going into the Sunday games then, Chelsea took on Crystal Palace. They did set the lead through Nicholas Jackson. And yeah, we all thought it was going to be pretty routine. You know, Palace not started the best so far. But Bere Eze, who's been playing, he's stayed at Palace over the summer. A lot of links were linking him away sort of thing. But yeah, he stayed, managed to get an equaliser for Palace. And a really good point on the road for them, you know. They could have gone into the international break 0-3, but they managed to get a draw out of this, so that'll raise their spirits a bit, you know. Lost to quite a few players over the summer, like we know, but yeah, I think that they needed that result, you know, just something to give them a bit of a lift coming out of that international break. Newcastle then took on Spurs at St James's Park, and it was a 2-1 win for Newcastle. Large spells of this game, Spurs looked absolutely all over them, and I'm not sure how quite they've lost this game. But yeah, Harvey Barnes took the lead for Newcastle, and they got back into it for a Dan Burn on goal. It was unfortunate really how it come about. But Alexander Isak, you know, they caught Spurs on the break again. That high line is punishing them a bit, and they keep getting caught out from now and again, Spurs from the high line. But yeah, Newcastle, they punished them. Lovely cross come through from Murphy, and Isaac was there just to tap into an empty net. But yeah, a really good win for Newcastle. That's 7 points from 3 games from them. You know, everyone's making a lot of them not signing anyone, but if they can keep getting, 7 points from 9, that's a pretty good return in my eyes. They've not had the easiest of games really. They've played Spurs there. Bournemouth away isn't an easy game. The Southampton game, they've been out of 10 men and they managed to get a win out of that. So, good start from Newcastle, I think, and they'll be looking to build on that. Finally then, Man United took on Liverpool at Old Trafford, and yeah, what can you say about Man United? They're just a mess, aren't they? Real big mess. That midfield, it's just Casemiro he's dog water. It really is dog water. He's just struggling so much. You feel sorry for Mainu because he's got to sort of sit in there and look after him a bit, but it's just not happening, is it? It's just, I don't know, the back four look all disjointed. There's new players coming in, try to bed in late and stuff like that. It's just a bit of a mess. And Liverpool, credit to Arne Slot, the job he's doing there. They look like a well-oiled machine, and they just pulled United apart, really. United did have chances, but yeah, Liverpool never really looked in much danger. Mohamed Salah as well. What can you say? More can you say about this guy? He's just ridiculous. He's like the older he gets, the better he gets. It's such a weird thing that you see. But yeah, another terrible performance from United at Old Trafford, to be honest, and a 3-0 win for Liverpool. Could have been 5 or 6, to be honest, but yeah, good win for Liverpool on the roll at Old Trafford. The big derby game, and United just didn't look up for it. I think Ten Hag will be under a lot of pressure now. He's got a not too bad run of games after this. I think they have got Spurs in there, and I think there was another tough away game, but maybe he's on borrowed time. Remains to be seen. But yeah, that's everything, guys. If you have enjoyed, drop me a follow on the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you did that, and I'll see you guys later.